Okay, I know the number more or less, so please, we are at most 20 students. I saw that you are attending, so please do not send me 40 student numbers. Everyone, please write own student number. Okay, let me to continue. Okay. This is okay. So okay, I explained multi-programming, which it means that simply putting more than one process to the main memory at the same time, which it means CPU can pick any of that processes when it's needed to execute. Okay, the multiprocessing is you can remember from processor. Multiprocessing means if there are multiprocessors, this can be how can I say, separate two processors, physically separate two processors or more than two processors, or one processor, but there are more than one cores inside. So it is called multiprocessors, and this is a kind of parallel computing. We can say that we are achieving parallel computing by using that. What is parallel computing? When we have only one processor, think about that. You want to clean your house. You can, for example, wash the dishes 1 hour. Then you can, how can I say, clean, take the dust. You can just, how can I say, you can put all the things in their right place. And let's say this will take 3 hours. And that's why one more job. And let's say you also clean the toilets, 4 different jobs. Each of them, it took 1 hour, totally 4 hours. And think about that, you have roommates. You are 4 people in a house. So each of you is doing different things. So one of you is just cleaning the toilet, the other one is just washing the dishes, like that. So because of you are 4 people, you finish all tasks in 1 hour. This is a kind of multiprocessing. Of course, multiprocessing is not doing just separating the jobs like that. You can share, I mean, you can just everyone or all processors can try to execute one process or one task at the same time. So it is not only just doing separate tasks. Let's say you went to a restaurant and they gave you a big pizza. If you are alone, maybe you need 2 hours to eat that pizza, but if you are with 4 people, maybe you need 30 minutes. So you are working on same task, still you are having less time. So this is multiprocessing and parallel computing. Okay, so processors, I mean, because of we have multiple processors, system can execute more than one process at the same time. So I will not explain symmetrical, symmetrical, asymmetrical multiprocessing operating system. For now, it is not necessary. The advantages are increased reliability. Due to the multiprocessing system, processing tasks can be distributed among several processors. So each of them can do different things. This increases reliability, as if one processor fails, the task can be given to another processor for completion. So here it is saying for reliability, think about that processor may fail or in any case. So others can continue, something like that. And increased throughput, as several processors increase, more work can be done in less. So we can do similar thing. One person can do one task in 1 hour. What about 2 people? That's that much simple. Of course, we have several parameters, but it is like that. Okay. The other kind of operating system is multitasking operating system. What is multitasking? Multitasking operating system is developed while we have only one CPU. And think about that. You want to, for example, use Microsoft Word. You want to use Google Chrome, and you want to write an email. So normally, if you have only one processor, it is not possible, because a processor can execute only one task at the same time. But in a time period, it is possible. CPU is executing the programs in nanoseconds, which it is very, very small time. And think about that. We have 3 processes. One of them is executing Word. The other one is executing web browser. And the other one is executing an email. Think about that. Instead of executing Word, after finish executing web browser, after that email, we can just put some time quantums. For example, we can execute 3 nanoseconds each of them. In this case, our eyes cannot understand that they are making switching between the processes. We have to think, we will think that we can run all of them at the same time. So this is multitasking. So the similar, different processes can be executed one after the other, but in very small time quantums. So each process is switching between the other. So this is called multitasking operating system. And multitasking is an extension, logical extension of multiprogramming. Okay, so in multiprogramming, we were switching between the processes when one process needs an input-output operation, we can switch to another process. But in multitasking, we don't have this kind of thing. Of course, it is considering that, but here we are just dividing to each process to small quantums, and we are running one after the other, each of them. So this is multitasking operating system. So the advantages of multitasking operating system is more suited to supporting multiple users simultaneously. Also, it is possible to just multiple users can use a system by making the same thing. Think about that. The computers till maybe 2004 or 2005, I don't remember exactly, but they were only one CPU, and you can work with the computers like working today because of multitasking. And also there were servers which several people can connect and use it at the same time, and that computers was also were also have one CPU. This is because of multitasking. And also multitasking operating systems have well-defined memory management. This is the other advantage. Okay. By the way, let me just say you something. The multiprocessing operating system and multiprogramming operating system. These features, multitasking operating system and multiprogramming operating system. These features are very old according to the computer history, but still we are using it in our multiprocessing operating systems. So in multiprocessing operating systems are also have multiprogramming feature, because you can put more than one process into main memory. Okay, and also they have multitasking feature, because you can also have feature to divide the jobs into small amount of time and run several jobs at the same time. Okay. Network operating system. This kind of operating systems they are capable to or have software or designed to communicate with other computers via a network. So they are called network operating systems. Actually, I can say you that there is a specially designed network operating system, but for example, Windows have features. I mean, when you take a professional version of Windows, it is coming with extra features, and networking is one of them. But if it is a light version, I mean, not light version, but if it is student education or this kind of thing, basic version, maybe it does not have this much networking feature. But for example, in Windows operating systems, it has enough feature to be counted as a network operating system. We have two kinds of network operating systems. One of them is peer-to-peer system, and the other one is client-server system. I will explain them. Just 1 second, I am coming. Okay, sorry, my daughter came, but sorry about that. She will go to the other room. Okay. Yes, let me to explain. We have two kind of operating system. One of them is peer-to-peer operating system, and the other one is client-server system. Peer-to-peer operating system is a kind of system that all the computers in the system have same computers. How can I say? All of them are, for example, personal computers. One second to open an example for that, because I am opening 1 second. Okay. Can I have a better? So in peer-to-peer operating system, think about you have a program that in your computer that you can find all kind of licensed softwares or music, movies, everything without paying any money. Generally, this kind of systems are using a program. You install it to your computer, and it is installed to others' computers, just in internet. I mean, maybe thousands of computers are installing the same program, and they are connected by using the internet. And in this case, think about that this computer is your computer, and you say, okay, I want the movie of Lords of the Rings. You press search, and it is looking all the computers that is connected to that program to find Lords of the Rings movie. Let's say you found it and you download it. Maybe you download it, found it in this computer, and you download it. So this one, this comp one is your server, actually, as a role. It is giving you something, and you are a client in this case. But think about that. Some other computer is looking for a lecture note that you have it. So it is doing the same thing that you did, and it found that it is located in your computer. In this case, your computer is server and this computer is client. So this kind of systems are called peer-to-peer because there is no client-server relationship. And there, no, I'm saying wrong. There is always client-server relationship, but there is no dedicated server. You are not connecting to a server. You are connecting to another computer, which it is a regular computer like your computer. But in client server, generally, there is a dedicated server or more than one server. For example, web servers of Google, maybe there are thousands of web servers. So, but in a simpler website or a mail server of a school, for example, maybe only one. But our topic is not that. Here you have to think that we have a server. Here the roles are not changing. The computers that connected to that server is asking for something. If this is a mail server, this computer will connect and ask for its account. Or let's say this is a server of Facebook. This computer will connect to that server to take that person's Facebook files. So this is client server. So that's why it is saying there are two kind of types of network operating systems. And as you see, actually, in peer-to-peer, generally we are installing a program, it is not an operating system, but it is just giving extra feature to connect to that computer's peer-to-peer. On the other hand, in client-server system, server have a specific operating system, client have a normal operating system. But to communicate between each other, operating system should have networking features. So in the advantages of network operating system, in this type of operating system, network traffic reduces due to the division between clients and the server. And this kind of system is less expensive to set up and maintain. Okay. Another kind of operating system is real-time operating system. These features may be put to, for example, cars that it can make auto drive. I mean, like Tesla cars. So response time should be very, very less. And they design also, the operating systems are designed for that thing. That's why it is called real-time operating system. Yes? Okay. I thought that there's a question. Okay, in real-time systems, each job carries a certain deadline within which the job is supposed to be completed. Otherwise, a huge loss will be there. Or even if the result is produced, it will be completely useless. So think about a car. A robot is just driving it. So if it needs to turn right, I mean, in 1 second, and it will turn right in 2 seconds, it will be too late. So this kind of, to make response time very, very less, this kind of systems, in this kind of systems, they have real-time operating systems. So for the robotics or this kind of things are also using, or again in airplanes, or for military weapons, for example, rockets or this kind of things, they are using it. So the application of a real-time system exists in the case of military applications. Let's say if you want to drop a missile, then the missile is supposed to be dropped with a certain precision. So this is an example. So the advantages, it is easy to lay out, develop, and execute real-time applications under the real-time operating system. And in a real-time operating system, the maximum utilization is we have of devices and systems. Yes. The time sharing operating system is same as multitasking operating system. I put it there that maybe if you look for something on internet, maybe you will confuse which one is what. Actually, time sharing and multitasking is same thing. I just put it for that reason. Okay. The other one is distributed operating systems. So I think you heard about supercomputers. They are very powerful. They have several CPU. RAMs are very too much. Maybe like hard disk capacity, they have RAMs. And they aim to just do something. I mean, how can I say? Take so many information. So the throughput is very big. And also with that information, they have to calculate in a very small time and take it as output, like weather forecasting, which you have to put several information and computer has to just calculate everything and take out a result. So these are called supercomputers and they are very few all over the world. But think about scientists are not so rich or they don't have that much resources always to reach that kind of computers. So they found a way just by the help of the development of networking and internet. So in several countries, internet speed and networking speed are much more than we have. And instead of just using a supercomputer, they are connecting several computers which they are geographically apart. It may be in same building or in same school or same city or just they are in separate places of the world. So several computers, let's say 100 computers, by using this operating system are connected and how can I say, they are acting as one very powerful computer. So and the operating system is installed, or actually it is like peer-to-peer. You may say that we are installing an extra program to our operating system to just connect all the devices and they can make calculations as one computer. So all the resources of the computer will just be a complex, large, and sophisticated computer. So if one scientist, for example, wants to make a research and need this kind of powerful computer, can use this feature. Okay, so by using a network or internet or both of them, several computers can act as one big computer, very powerful computer.
Sir, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not the only person. Am I the only person? Your screen is dark. Am I the only person?
Sorry.
Tracy, I said your screen is dark. I'm not seeing anything on my screen. Am I the only person or what?
Since when?
I think it's for your end.
You can see now?
Your screen is clear, sir.
It's
She's the
okay.
only one.
Ah,
I'm
Probably-
seeing your photo, but I'm not seeing your screen share.
Which device are you using?
I think it is a problem from you, Tracy, I think, because still it is the same. I just
Yes, I can see now. Thank you.
okay. By the way, this was my let me to also put the advantages. We have 2 minutes. So the advantages of distributed operating system is the distributed operating system provides sharing of resources. I mean, you can use all the resources of that computers for a big task. And this system is fault tolerant. What does it mean? If one computer is not responding or something like that, another computer we can use, or it does not mean if one computer fails, all system will fail. This is called fault tolerant. Okay. Yes. So how can I just copy and paste this before time finishes? Okay, I copied everyone that wrote the names. Yes, this is all for today. I will upload the recordings to Moodle, so you can tell your friends that they didn't attend, they can watch it. If you have any question,
The attendance, sir.
okay. So thank you for attending. Tomorrow I will do another lecture, okay, related to process management. So I announced it as well. So if you come, okay, see you.